Selling on Amazon is hard, but there are certain things you can do to make your life a little easier. In order to have a successful Amazon product, you need to do a great job at researching the product and then need to be good at differentiating the product. Finally, you need to have a launch strategy in place. Today, we're going to see what we can do with helping you choose the right product. Let me know if this sounds like someone you know. So you start doing some checks and realize, yeah, the volume went down. Did you make a mistake when you were originally researching the product? Or maybe, just maybe, you didn't make a mistake, but the volume suddenly went down on its own. This is probably what happened, to be honest. But why? Most new sellers only look at what a product is selling during the research phase. Looking at 30 days of sales history is reckless at best. This exact scenario is a growing problem that has been putting a lot of you in a bad place. And having other sellers in a bad place is not a place I like them to be in. So I recently reached out to AMZScout. Speaking of AMZScout, they've become a multinational company with a mission of helping Amazon sellers increase their profits by providing them with accurate market data to support wise investment decisions. And when I reached out to them, I asked them for some additional information on their Pro Extension. If at the end of this video, you feel the tools I've showed you are something you'd like to try out, be sure to check out the link down below and try it for yourself. It's free. Obviously, I found it very useful, and today we're going to use the AMZScout Pro Extension to show you how to avoid this monumental mistake. Today we'll be covering the Pro Extension in depth and also touch on some other tools like product database, keyword search, and keyword tracker. The Pro Extension is a shortcut to quickly see if a product niche is profitable or not. This helps cut down on that initial analysis paralysis. You can check a product for sales volume, daily sales history for a whole year, bestseller rank, reviews, revenue, prices, margins, FBA fees, and there's even a profit calculator. And there's an additional feature that will help you quickly find the supplier in Alibaba. This is very useful to do some quick spot checks before you put too much effort into a product. Product database helps you sort by category, price, weight, estimated sales, reviews, revenue, keywords, etc. If you have a list of products to run through, this is a great tool to use. Keyword search allows you to find even more keywords relevant to your products. As you know, the more you know that your competitors don't know, the more of an edge you have. Keyword tracker helps you determine natural ranking keywords, which makes ranking for things easier and will help you slow down or shut off advertising when the time is right, which will help you rank faster, more accurately, and for less money. I know I just said a mouthful, and I know some of you are excited to use tools like this because you love the data and you love to hunt. But if by some slim chance you don't want to spend the time learning these tools on your own, AMZScout does have a course which outlines what you need to do, how to do it, and what to do with the actual information. Don't forget that there's a link down in the description which will give you free access to this tool set, so don't forget to get yours. As you guys know, I'm all about the numbers. I don't launch my products with hopes and dreams. It's all about getting the data and analyzing it. AMZScout's tools are very reliable in this respect, especially for those of you out there looking for a shortcut. They allow you to analyze products, price, sales history, profit margin, and other crucial preconditions that you should be looking at when spending your hard-earned money on potential future inventory. They even have a database of 520 million products that you can filter through in seconds using all kinds of different criteria like size, weight, sales, volume, etc. You can track live sales, performance of products, and have all the keywords that you need for your eventual product launch. Finding the right products to sell on Amazon isn't easy. You need high demand, low competition, and lots of profit. To make your life even more complicated, I'm sorry, but there's more bad news. You need to find a product that has consistent sales. Why consistent? Well, do you want to sell a product for 1 month a year or 12 months a year? Yes, because the product has been selling like crazy for the last 30 days, it doesn't mean it will be a good product for you for the long term. So why do you think sales often fluctuate, and why do the prices change so much? This could be due to a recent surge in per day sales that could cause an anomaly. It could be a hot streak, or it could have suddenly become popular. Maybe it's cheaper than it was before and a bunch of sellers decided to reduce their pricing to sell off excess inventory. That's right, excess. In other words, the product wasn't doing well to start with. Maybe it's seasonal and you did your research right at the peak of the season. You see what I mean here, guys? In order to truly know if the product is worth selling, you need to closely analyze the product's sales history. This will help you understand if the recent success is part of a longer consistent trend or just a temporary spike due to all the wild reasons we just talked about. Not to be negative, but there's other stuff involved like hidden costs, fees with Amazon. So understanding them will help you make that final decision, but ignoring them is never the best idea. Another important step is tracking the pricing, and Seller Central isn't going to offer you that information anywhere, but it's actually pretty easy to track. AMZScout PRO Extension lets you quickly estimate sales, calculate trends, and perform an analysis automatically for anything you're thinking of selling. Here's how it works. Choose your specific product niche that you think you want to sell in. Install the AMZScout PRO Extension. Use the link below to install it. Once installed, you'll see the AMZScout icon in the top corner of the browser. Now you're all set to start tracking price, trends, and sales data. It's even broken down for you with easy to understand graphics, reports, and estimator tools. This is just scratching the surface because it can also show you estimated total monthly sales, price, and competition levels. In order to use the tool, go to Amazon. Type your product name into the search bar and search for the product on Amazon. If you were to just look at the seller rank during this step, all it's going to tell you is what the sales are right now. What about last month or last year? This is where the Pro Extension comes into play. Select the AMZScout icon in the top right corner of your browser. Once the extension appears, click the arrow to the left of the product you want to check out. Click on the product history to see the historical data for that specific product. Look over the graph to see if the product had consistent sales over the last year. While you're at it, check out price history. Then finally, take a closer look at the rank history. Product history will tell you how the product's sales, price, and rank has changed over the course of time. You can see when sales were at their best and their worst. You can also see how price and rank change over time to make sure the product will sell consistently for the final price you're trying to achieve. This will help you make a very educated decision and help you see the full picture for the product you're interested in. What if you wanted to check history for an entire niche instead of just one product? This is important as well because just like you want to know the history of a product, you want to know the history of the niche as a whole as well. Is it growing? Is it shrinking? You can easily do this by clicking on niche history. This matters because if a niche is declining, that means you have less potential for similar products in the future. If your goal is to build a brand within this particular niche, it's best to know this information before you've committed. Here's a pro tip for you guys. If you search for a product and the results don't look amazing, but you have a burning feeling that it's a good niche to sell in, there's something you can do to explore a little further before you just give up. Click on the arrow to the left of the product, then click Get Keywords. This will give you a list of products. Then click Niche Keywords at the bottom of the screen. Now you'll see a whole new list of keywords to start looking deeper into. You'll be surprised at how many amazing product ideas can come from this little tip. Checking sales trends is an important step that should never be overlooked. As knowledge is power, ignorance is weakness. Guys, I hope today's video was beneficial to you and you guys learned a little bit more about product research and frankly, some of the stuff that could trip you up during this journey.